So I got out. I only stayed in for a few weeks. He fabricated all that up. He's saying that I got fired for perjury on a warrant. I have the warrant here in my hand. My name is not in this warrant at all. That was all fabricated, and he was mistruthful in that article, and I think that's just a slander from my opponent against me, and I think that's a disgrace.
So given that experience and that background in the previous election, how does that cause you to want to run for sheriff now?
Because I'm very qualified. I have both federal, military, and I have a huge business background, which none of the other candidates have. This is all they have to slander me, and I take total offense to that.
All right, thank you.
It's disgraceful.
I've never been fired, folks. I really haven't. I've done dishwashing, from bussing tables and stuff like that, working in the warehouse, which I'm glad I'm not doing anymore, but it was hard work. I've been with the police, still working with the police department, going on 20 years with law enforcement experience. I think with my experience and certifications that I gained and the contact that I've had with the community of Louisville, I'm ready to expand it countywide. I think that's going to be something that's going to benefit everybody when running for a sheriff, that I have a good work history.
Very good, thank you. Sheriff?
Again, I'm kind of with Jesse. I've never been fired. My wife has fired me for some things I've tried to do, but I got back in the house. But I've been law enforcement for 28 years in this month. Law enforcement is based on integrity. If you have a question about your integrity, you get up on a witness stand, and defense attorney or opposing counsel is going to take advantage of that. Jesse and I have been in law enforcement for over 20 years now. We both have master peace officer license. We've been in the business. We know the business. I've been a sheriff for 7 years. I don't want you to vote for me because I've been sheriff for 7 years. I want you to vote for me because I'm the best candidate and on my record, what I've done. So I invite all of you to research us, look at us all. Your vote is sacred. Treat it as such and educate yourself, and that's all I'll ask. Thank you.
Thank you.
Them will have 1.5 minutes to wrap up anything they want to say. And let's start.
Again, folks, I'd like to thank you for coming out tonight. Again, just in case, my name is Jesse Flores. I am running for Denton County Sheriff. I'm very proud to be out here. This decision was not an easy decision to make because I was putting my life out there to be reviewed and scrutinized and stuff like that. Not only that, I appreciate my wife who's been a strong supporter of mine. Her life is out there as well. So far, knock on wood, we've had a great experience. The only thing I do regret is not having enough time for my kids. And matter of fact, this Saturday I was going to do some walking, but I learned that my kids are doing soccer and flag football, so I'm going to be doing that. That's important to me, family. And I'm very truly blessed with the family that I have. I'm very grateful and I'm very appreciative. I met a lot of new people, and that to me is very important. Win or lose, I think I won because I got to meet a lot of citizens of Denton County. Thank you very much. Again, I'm running for Denton County Sheriff.
Will Travis for the last time. Anyway, I didn't introduce my campaign manager, my 14-year-old daughter over here, who's having Danny. She has to put up with all this. I can't thank you enough. Thank you, sweetie. Anyway, another, I'm still kind of taking on. But she has to put up with all this, and she knows about, the articles that they're trying to spread out on me. And, I've never been disciplined. I've never been fired. Nothing's ever been, I've had an honorable career in law enforcement, and they're just trying to smear that. On the other hand, what I did is I got out because I wanted to be a dad. I wanted to be a great dad, not just a dad. And I got out for that reason, so that I could be the dad to her and be the very best dad that there could be. I am also the only candidate up here that has started and maintained 2 very successful businesses here in Denton County. The Denton Record Chronicle has recognized one of my businesses as a very, very good business in Denton County. So I want to keep that going. That's run by a couple of people that do a great job running it. But like I said, I am the only candidate up here that has federal and military background, and I have a huge business background. I think the Sheriff's Department needs to be run by a person that has extensive business background and extensive law enforcement background. These guys are all coming out of the military now because we're shrinking down. If any of you guys are in the ability to hiring them when you get back, please do so, because I will when I take over. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, thank you for your patience tonight. You've heard some numbers, 43% increase in crime, but yet there's a 53% increase in population. I think y'all are smart enough to do the math. I don't think anybody's fooled by numbers. What we've accomplished the last 7 years, I'm very proud of. I think we're going in the right direction. I've made my network, my chief deputy I brought over in 04, 05, made police chief. I opened the position up. I got the assistant special agent in charge of the Dallas FBI office who was getting ready to retire. Brought him in. I've got the experience. I've got the reputation. My CID captain retired. I've got a Texas Ranger that retired because of personal tragedy, but he became my CID captain. So if my agency had issues, these people of this level and caliber would not be coming on board. And I'm quite proud that we work with these gentlemen. I appreciate your consideration. Again, your vote's sacred. Investigate, educate, and I appreciate your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, candidates. If you'd like to take your seat, and we'll have our next round. And as you notice, we are taping, and when we finish taping these, they'll go on both of our websites. So people who couldn't be with us this evening will also get to learn about the different candidates and about their questions. And Michelle, if you would sit there, and...
I'm not Will Travis.
Okay, you're still on the same.
Love you, buddy, but I ain't you. He's taller than I am.
Do you have your name with yourself?
Yeah, it was on her seat.
On my seat somewhere. Oh, there it is.
And request from our videographer, if the candidates could stay seated, I think it's much easier for him to do the videoing. And, all right. To our left is Michelle. This is Michelle French. And beside Michelle is Mr. Mark Moffitt. And Michelle and Mark, I'll go over the routine. First question to you, then you're in second. See that it's two, then you'll be second. All right. You'll have 2 minutes at the beginning to tell us about yourself. You'll have 1 minute to answer the question, and then the recap will be 1.5 minutes at the end. And Matt, can you all keep your applause till the very end so maybe we can get more questions done, all right? Thank you.
All right, Ms. French, why are you the best candidate for the job of tax assessor?
Would you like me to answer that now, or would you like me to?
2 minutes. Let's do some opening remarks here.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Michelle French, and you wanted us to stay seated, correct? All right. Well, I'm Michelle French, and I am running for tax assessor. To give you a little bit of an overview of who I am, some of y'all may not know me, some of y'all do. I grew up in Louisville, graduated from Louisville High School, and I married my wonderful husband, Robert, who is here with me tonight. And we celebrated 30 years, fixing to celebrate 31 years of marriage here pretty soon. I'm very proud of that. We have 2 boys, both in their 20s, and they're both out on their own now. And one of our sons has Asperger's syndrome, and so I'm always very interested in ways to be able to support our youth who does have AS or autism spectrum issues to help them navigate through this world. I go to Northview Baptist Church in Louisville, and have been a Denton County resident for the majority of my life. That's me privately. Professionally, I've worked for the Denton County Tax Office now for almost 29 years. And out of that time, I have literally grown up in the organization. Started out as a very young kiddo. During this time, I've actually earned my tax assessor's license. I've been a licensed tax assessor since 1999. And I've also been chief deputy for over 10 years. I've served both Mary Horn, who is now our county judge, and Steve Mossman, our tax assessor now, for the last over 10 years. I've learned what it is to be a tax assessor. I've been trained by tax assessors. I understand the job, both the challenges as well as the benefits of being able to assist our taxpayers. I believe very, very much in public service and being able to serve our taxpayers to the greatest ability. To give you a couple of ideas of what we do, the tax assessor's office is responsible for... all right, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mark Moffitt and I'm also running to be your Denton County Tax Assessor. Appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight. This is a great crowd. I'm quite frankly just glad we're counting down instead of up now. So I'm sure most people in this room are that way as well. I'm running because I believe that Denton County deserves to have a better run, more efficient tax office that provides professional customer service and utilizes 21st century technology so that the citizens of Denton County can be online and not in line. My background, I've been in the property tax business now for 10 years, and I have a master's degree in public finance from North Texas, and I believe that's very important in this race. Denton County is a very unique county. It's growing, it's dynamic. We're going to have, we've got 600,000 something people today. We're going to have 1 million something in the future. It's not going to be very long before that happens. And we need someone in this office that has the capability to plan for the future and to be able to set goals and objectives for how we're going to accomplish that and achieve that. What we need to do is make the office more efficient, and I believe technology is the solution to that. Thank you.
Okay, let's start again.
All right.
With Mrs. Fridge. Why are you the best candidate for the job of tax assessor?
Certainly. Well, I believe I am the best candidate for this job simply because I understand this job. To give you an idea of what we do at the tax office, we work with 7 different appraisal districts. We collect for 70 taxing entities. We manage almost 500,000 property tax accounts. We register over 500, actually a little over 600,000 motor vehicles every year. We transfer 97,000 titles. We do all of that with a staff of 60. Technically, we do that with a staff of 37 motor vehicle clerks and 8 tax clerks. I understand this job. I understand what it takes to do this job. In addition to that, we work with numerous agencies and vendors, and such as our property tax software company, our credit card provider. We work with numerous agencies to be able to perform the services that are necessary. Having that experience, having that day-to-day operational experience, I believe is best for you to be able to serve you.
Mr. Moffitt.
I am the best qualified candidate in this race because I'm the only candidate that has both experience and education. Once again, I've been in the property tax business now for 10 years. I have experience in handling property taxes, all that kind of stuff. I also have a master's degree in public finance. And I think that's very, very important in this race, that you have someone that has both experience and education. It's very important. I also have small business experience. I've owned small businesses. One of our operations that we had, we actually expanded. It started off with 1 location, expanded to 4 locations in 3 separate counties. We managed all of that, grew it, sold it off, and it was a very, very successful operation. We're very proud of that. So I do have small business background as well. So I think those things combined, the education, the experience, and the small business ownership, make me qualified and make me the most qualified candidate in this race. Thank you.